Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. In this tutorial we are going to be making a fall leaf peekaboo tumbler. We're using lots of amazing products on this design, so let's go ahead and get started. We are using a 24-ounce plump from the Steel Magnolia, and I'm taking my Color Fix paints, wine and navel. I'm mixing those together just by putting them both on the cup and spreading that out with a all-over makeup brush. All-over makeup brush works best for these paints. As you can see, it gives it excellent streak-free coverage. We're going to be using Fire Dancer from PDB Creative Studio as our glitter, so I was going with an in-between fire red, fire orange color, and these two combined dried to the exact color that I had in mind. So I dried this with my heat gun just on low heat setting to get that done quickly, and then went in with my Colorflex glitter glue. Don't mind me having to take the top off of my glue bottle because I always forget to close it so it gets clogged up. So I just took that top off and poured the glue on there. Same thing as the paint, I'm using a makeup brush to spread this stuff on. It goes on nice and even. The glue is thick, so we have really good adhesion with our glitter. I'm going to dump that glitter all the way around, allow this to sit for about 2 to 3 hours, and then go in with 2 coats of epoxy or epoxy until smooth. I wanted to do some peekaboo action, and honestly I could have done a light power wash because I absolutely love this glitter and I wish I would have shown more of it. But for our peekaboo design, I headed over to Creative Fabrica, typed in fall leaf outline, and just scrolled through and found my favorite that I wanted to use for my peekaboo design. Now, Creative Fabrica is a huge platform with millions of files. You can get designs, fonts, even Lightroom presets if you're a photographer or use them for your merchandise in your store. There is a monthly fee, but it is way less inexpensive than purchasing individual files elsewhere, because once you are a subscriber to Creative Fabrica, you have access to everything on the platform and you can download with just a click of a button. But the good news is I have a link down below in the description where you can get your first month for just $1. You can cancel at any time and of course not be charged for the next month. However, I am very confident that you will fall in love with having access to everything that is on Creative Fabrica and definitely be ready for that renewal. So after we have all of our files pulled over into Design Space or Silhouette Program, whatever you are using, I am going to create a wrap for our tumbler, so I'm not having to place these on individually once I have them cut out. So you're going to measure your tumbler, the width and the height, and for a Steel Magnolia 24-ounce plump, you're going to add in a square shape at 9.45 inches by 8 inches high. Then take all of your little leaf elements and just position them within that shape. It may take a little bit to maneuver them around and get them situated, but really this is how I lay out a lot of my designs. It is a little bit of extra work importing some things into Design Space that I may not necessarily have to. Maybe I'm printing them with a different app or something like that, but I normally always download them to Design Space. Make a shape in the background the size of my tumbler. That way I can lay everything out and get an idea of how the design is going to go, where my placement needs to be. Or of course in this case, I'm making a wrap so that I don't cut more than what I need. And I also save some time on putting all of these on the tumbler individually. Once I have all of these inside my shape, I'm going to remove that background, highlight all of them, and attach. And then I'm going to head up to offset. Since these were pretty thin, I wanted the lines to be a little thicker. I'm going to do a 0.01 offset so we don't lose the composition of the images, but just add a little bit more to that. Remove that original image, leave our offset behind, and then we are going to head over to cut. I'm going to use a temporary vinyl so that I can easily remove the stencil design. Once I have that cut and weeded, I am going to double check to make sure that it's going to go around this tumbler exactly the way that I want. I'm going to use my transfer tape from TeckWrapcraft and place that over top. And whenever I do a large wrap like this, for whatever reason, the end of my backing that I'm removing from the vinyl always somehow flips around and sticks to my vinyl, and it's so annoying, but luckily I was able to save this one. It stuck to like 3 of those elements right here. It just flipped and stuck to them. And thankfully I had some patience that day, so I worked for about 5 minutes to try to get it to release from those elements, and we were ready to just put these on our tumbler. Once all of our stencils are on, I'm going to take the hammered copper from Rust-Oleum and give this a light coat. As soon as that is dry, we're going to move right in with adding on some fulls from Southern Belle Glitter. I am using the Southern Belle Glitter Full Glue. I love this and I prefer it way over Tack It because you can see how bright it goes on. It's almost like a blue glow effect whenever you are painting this on whatever project you're working with. So you can see all of the streaks even if they are very thin or very light coats. Of course it dries clear, but you are able to see when it is completely dry because this glow look goes away. I dried all of my brush strokes up with my heat gun on low setting. Once that was dry, I cut off a sheet of some fulls from Southern Belle Glitter. And y'all, I'm so sorry. I think I might have used a full that was discontinued, but there are tons of other options on the Southern Belle Glitter website. If I do find that this one is on there, I will list the direct link below. Otherwise, I will list some other options that will be perfect, like the weathered copper. Weathered copper has gorgeous turquoise elements in it. You can also use Mariah, which is very close to this, just a little bit of a smaller, more condensed pattern in between the, I guess, copper or gold and the black, as well as Odell. Also antique lines. I can go on and on all of the options that she does have on her website, aside of course this mystery one that I am using here. So once I have all of my fulls on, I just used my weeding tool to remove all of those vinyl stencils so that we can see our glitter. After I had all of the stencils removed, I gave this one thin coat of epoxy so that we have a glossy surface to put our decals on. This decal sheet is from Gracefully Created and will be released on October 5th, 2022, as well as another fall sheet. So stay tuned for that other fall design. I will be showing y'all some ideas before they are released. These are not cut out individually as our typical like floral designs that we have from Gracefully Created. And we have a reasoning behind that because I placed them on the sheet so that they can be applied as a sheet. So you can either cut them out individually as I just did and place them wherever you like, or you can cut out a larger section and wrap it around the tumbler and just fill in the spaces at the top and the bottom. Once I had all of my leaves on my tumbler, I went back over to Creative Fabrica and downloaded this I love fall most of all and we're using all TeckWrapcraft vinyl. For the top layer, we used orange matte. For the second is black matte, and then for the third is the rose gold textured metallic vinyl. I did 2 offsets, of course our original image and then a 0.035 offset. And then I selected the offset and did a 0.035 offset on that as well, so that we have 3 layers of vinyl. And again, to layer them, I am using my TeckWrapcraft transfer tape. It is super thin, so it works really well, especially when layering vinyl, and the back on it is a little transparent, so you can see the vinyl underneath. So I just pop that back on from the transfer tape, line it up with a little bit of that transfer tape exposed on the side so that I can press it down and use the hinge method once I have that lined up. Now, once I had that on my tumbler, I did not like that it didn't pop. I felt like it just blended in with all of those colors. So I created another 0.035 offset of our largest one, layered those 2 together, and then sliced them, so I was only left with that outline. This is an ivory or cream color from Hobby Lobby, the Paper Studio brand. So I just very carefully line this up so that it looks as if all of my vinyl is layered on top of each other, rather than having a little outline like this all the way around. When working with thin vinyl or doing a very thin outline like this, you want to make sure that you very carefully take the time to go around and press all of that vinyl down. So I went around and did just that, and then took Quick Seal from Artistry and sealed in all of this vinyl so it will not lift whenever we apply our epoxy and run over that with our torch. This stuff is really awesome to seal in your decals. It does not matter if your tumbler is sanded. It will shine it up and you will not be able to see any sand marks underneath your Quick Seal. I gave this an hour to dry and then added on my 2 final layers of epoxy. I really love how this turned out. The colors of the leaves are so vibrant and beautiful. It really reminds me of the leaves in the mountains whenever they just start turning in the fall, and throws off all of those rich, cozy fall vibes. As always, all of the materials that I have used in this tutorial will be listed down below in the description, as well as some coupon codes for you. If you are not following us on Instagram or part of our Facebook group, we would really love to have you. We inspire each other, have giveaways, and I also keep you up to date on all product new releases so you don't miss out on anything. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. It really helps us out. And hit the bell in the corner to be notified anytime a new tutorial drops. Thank you all so much. That's all for today. We'll see you next time.